Hey guys, what's up? IrishEmerald here, coach of your Wexford Wailords, and welcome to our Week 7 team building episode for the MPL, the Major Pokémon League, which we have just entered in as a replacement coach. You guys saw me do horribly last week. Well, if you haven't seen it already, I'm not going to say go check it out because I did horribly, but if you're interested in seeing me fail miserably, definitely go see that. But today I'm actually going to be doing a team building, or the team recap, or a team building episode for my Week 7 opponent. I'm going to get into that just a bit. But first of all, I kind of want to run down through the roster that we have. So, I'll give you a bit of detail as to the league structure and whatever, because I know you guys probably wouldn't Irish what's your roster and all this kind of crack. And if you guys are not familiar with the MPL, what's the story with the draft and that kind of stuff. So it's kind of a custom tier point system where you don't really have like kind of 5 tiers. Like it's split into several different tiers with the high end Pokemon costing a lot of points, and then like the lower, say, tier 1 Pokemon don't cost as much, and vice versa. You kind of get that trend throughout the whole thing where, you know, they split up the Pokemon into different tiers like that. So we had a team. I actually will run through what the team was originally before I will call out, before I run through the team as well, and I'll explain why I made some changes. So the team originally that I got was Kartana, Victini, Cresselia, Klefki, Tangrowth, Mega Pidgeot, Araquanid, Pangoro, Mamoswine, Mismagius, and Togetic. Now, there's a few things I didn't like about that, and a few things I did like about. I saw I had Victini, which I've always wanted to use in draft format, but never had the chance to. So the line I was able to get to use that, and as you can see, I've actually got a couple of things different already on the screen. So there's a couple of stuff there I liked, and there's a couple of stuff I didn't. I liked Tango I've used before. I can't wait to use it again. He has, and there was a couple of other stuff knocking around. There's Crest as well, which is very, very bulky, but I'll talk through it anyway. So the first pick we originally had was Kartana. So paper cut to Kartana, I decided to keep. Beast boost, high attack, like 181 attack, 109 speed, very, very nice. The only problem is it can't take in power fire to save its life. It really, really can't. So we kind of need to be very, very careful when we use it. It was one of my big mistakes last week. Kind of just didn't quite know how to use it to its fullest capacity. So hopefully we can use it properly over the last remaining few weeks in the MPL and have a bit of fun with it. But yeah, you can see there, absolutely lethal. And then attack wise, Brick Break, you know, Smart Strike, Nice Slash, Psycho Cut, Leaf Blade. You get the idea. I'm not going to spend too long going over through this because I do want to kind of keep this as short and sweet as I possibly can. We also got Victini, and as you guys, if you don't know already, V-Crate Victini is what everybody knows it for. It's got 180 base power. We never missed it because of Victory Star ability, which boosts our accuracy, and we basically just get new stuff the whole time. I should also mention that Kartana is one of my Z captains. Z captains were done based on a point system, so as well. So we got 2 Z captains. Some teams have 3, but we have 2. But yeah, the other thing about Victini is got a deep move pool on a physical and special side, and they're all powerful attacks. And with the accuracy boost we get from its ability, it means we can hit across the board very, very nicely. Then we got Electros. We have Suction the Electros. I dropped Klefki for Electros. I do not want Klefki on the team. For me, I just didn't see because we already had Togetic, and I knew I needed Togetic because I didn't have too much hazard removal, and Togetic was Wish Passer, and we already had really good Steel type in Kartana, so I just didn't see why we should keep Klefki, even though I can set up spikes, it can T-Wave, it can Toxic, and it can set up screens very nicely. For me, I already have a Steel type and a Fairy type, and they both have such different roles, and Klefki kind of is more of a support Pokemon, and I'd rather have a support Pokemon that can defog and Wish Pass rather than set up screens for me. So we didn't have an electric type before, so I said let's drop Electros. Oh, sorry, let's drop Klefki. Let's get an electric type in. I wanted something a bit faster, to be honest. I really wanted Heliolisk, but I didn't have the points to get Heliolisk. So I picked up Electros, no weaknesses. We can hit both on the physical and special side, which is something I really wanted. I wanted something that can hit on the special side, but with Electros we can kind of hit on both sides, and we have decent move pool throughout as well. You can kind of see from there we have a little bit that we can work with that. So that's the reason why I have Electros. We got Cresselia, which I decided to keep Celestial, so hopefully we can use that. Big, bulky. It's a nightmare to deal with in draft format, so we'll hopefully can bring it, but we're just not going to be able to bring it the first couple of weeks because there's counters to it. Then we have Mars the Tangrowth. Basically, not fast, not special bulky, but can hit on the offense and special offensive side. Really good physical bulky, and you can slap an AV or anything like that with it, and as a regenerator, so it's beautiful. We kept March from the original draft. Then I decided to drop Mega Pidgeot and pick up Mega Beedrill. I found on the squad we were lacking really high end top speed, and Mega Pidgeot is very fast at 135. And to be honest, Mega Pidgeot stats are very comparable to Mega Lopunny's. But the problem with Mega Pidgeot is that if someone clicks Stone Edge on it, it's always going to land. If there's so many ways that people can actually use her. It can have a counter or resistant to Mega Pidgeot because it just comes in, clicks Hurricane, and someone can bring in a Rock type, a Steel type, or something of that ilk, and just wall it to pieces. And it becomes an absolute nightmare. And I just don't feel like it has deep enough coverage. Whereas with someone say on the flip side that you could have Mega Electric or Mega Lopunny, which would have the coverage to be able to smack anything very, very hard, even if it's resisted. Well, in Mega Lopunny's case, nothing resists 2 stabs. But Mega Pidgeot for me wasn't going to be able to cut it. Whereas I can pick up Mega Beedrill, which is faster and hits harder. Now, not as bulky, nowhere near as bulky, but hits faster and harder and pivots. I wanted something that could really pivot for me on the team. That's the reason why we picked up Mega Beedrill. And then after that, let me see, I'm coming down to team, this part here. We picked up Jelly Baby, so I dropped Araquanid because I wanted. After I picked up Beedrill, I knew Araquanid would give me webs, but there's no point having 2 bug types. Again, Rock's weakness, didn't want that. And I didn't have a Rapid Spinner. Jelly Baby was there. If I'm going to drop one bulky water type, might as well drop it and pick up a bulky water type that has Rapid Spin for me. So I got 2 forms of hazard removal now, which is something I really love having on my teams. And I get Toxic Spikes. So, beautiful stuff. Especially bulky, which was something that the team lacked because as we were going through the team, you saw that we had physically bulky mods, but not something specially bulky. Tentacle kind of fits that role a little bit nicer, and I'm very, very happy to have it here. After that, we got Poe the Pangoro, which is another one of our Z captains, so second of the Z captains. It has Parting Shot, and that was the main reason why I decided to keep it. We have Parting Shot down here somewhere, if I can show you. Home Claws, that's not it. Parting Shot, there we go. So that gives a nice pivot momentum, and Z Parting Shot is really, really nice to have. And on top of that, we get Crunch, we get Brick Break. Like, other than fairy types, we kind of come in and hit something really, really hard. So, decided to keep Pangoro. There wasn't a red fighting type around that I kind of fancy picking up, so we said we keep it. And with the momentum we can get from it, beautiful. After that, we have Tusk the Mamoswine, another Pokemon just like Pangoro that we had, and we decided to keep. Mamoswine is insane with the Tick Fat ability, and you just look at that attack stat, 130 attack, decent bulk, beautiful HP stat, good speed here, and it's a rocker. So something that we were missing on the team was actually some hazard setters. So I knew I had to keep Mamoswine, and with the Ice Ground combo, I said, look, we'll keep it. Why not? Better than nothing. And we didn't really have a fighting weakness either, so having Pangoro and Tusk there on the team, I was kind of happy to have that. After that, we have Cliffhanger, the Drudigon. So I brought in Drudigon. Now, I don't know if Cliffhanger can actually fit in the Pokemon nickname, but we're going to see. But I brought in Drudigon because we didn't have a Dragon type, and I felt like having a Dragon type would be very, very key, and I wanted a Stealth Rocker. So Drudigon kind of fits the niche for both of those. We actually do get Stealth Rocks here, which is nice. And then on top of that, we actually get Sheer Force and Mold Breaker as abilities. So they're actually none too bad to have. And we got a bit of bulk and a bit of an offensive presence there at 120 attack. So I'm kind of hopeful that Drudigon can kind of do something for us. Kind of hopeful. It's better than Miss Magic. So we dropped Miss Magic for Drudigon, and I think having 2 Rockers now and a Toxic Spiker on the team is going to help us much, much better. And the last one is we have Togetic, which I was mentioned before. It's Wish Passer, it has Defog, and it actually has Nasty Plot Baton Pass, so we actually have a couple of ways to pivot on this team. So we're between U-Turn, Volt Switch, Parting Shot, and Baton Pass. So very much the team is going to have to rely on keeping momentum with words, using those pivot options. So that's the kind of team that we're working with. Hopefully I explained that and it wasn't too much of a drag. Now let me go into the team that I'm actually going to have to using for week 7 and the team we're up against. So unfortunately we're up against Blue Roll, coach of the AFC Wormadam. First of all, Blue was the one who reached out to me and asked me to come into MPL, so huge shout out to him. Definitely check out his channel down below. He's also he was also in the P4G D League that just happened a few months ago. So definitely a high end battler, and unfortunately his team is undefeated. So he's undefeated and he's got a scary team. I'm not going to lie, he's drafted exceptionally well. His team, you can see above me now, consists of Zygarde 50%, Zapdos, Ferrothorn, Volcarona, Alola Ninetales, Starmie, Gofigorous, Mega T-Tar, Toxic Croak, Lycanroc Midday, and Rufflet. And when you look at that team, it is terrifying. He's got Zygarde 50% that can just smack anything at any time, anywhere. Very, very nicely. He's got Zapdos, which is huge, bulky, great speed tier, can both turn away. Ferrothorn for hazards, even though it's not that versatile, it can be bulky on both sides, either the physical or special, and set hazards, so it's very annoying. Volcarona can come in and just click QD, so easy, so that's always a danger. A load of Ninetales with the Aurora Veil, like helping Zygarde and Volcarona set up, it is terrifying. Starmie is an offensive rapid spinner. Configures for a bit of bulk. Mega T-Tar. T-Tar is, for me, no, not Mega, but T-Tar regular form is one of the most underrated Pokemon draft format for me. It is so versatile, it's got such a deep move pool, and Mega T-Tar is the exact same move pool, and it's a little bit more bulkier. The only saving grace is that it has to Mega Evolve, and it doesn't hold an item. So that's something, but it can D-dance in front of my face as well, so that's scary. Then he's got Toxic Croak, which he's used a couple of times and it's done very, very nicely with. Lycanroc Midday, which is fast, can rock, stealth rocks as well. And on top of which, also gets Sand Rush. Fun. Yeah, so nothing's going out to be that thing. And the last one he's got Rufflet, which is, for me, is his gimme pick. His Z captains are Zygarde 50%, Lycanroc Midday, and Rufflet. If I remember correctly, it's definitely, yeah, no, Zygarde 50%, Lycanroc Midday. Yeah, it is. I was getting tangled up there. I'm going to quickly go through my team. I don't want this to drag out too long. I'm bringing Marge, the Tangrowth. I'm bringing Assault Vest. I'm bringing Power Whip, Brick Break, Hidden Power Ice, Rock Slide, Sassy Nature, because I want my Hidden Power Ice to hit hard. Regenerate ability. Hidden Power Ice is there for the Zygarde 50%, so it's not able to set up subs. And we can pretty much take any hit from that Zygarde. Even when it gets up to +1, we just come in, we click Hidden Power Ice, we just wear it down, we're going to be fine. Then the Assault Vest and the Special Bug is there to help us deal with attacks from, say, the likes of Zapdos, like Heat Wave. If we had to deal with Blizzard against the Ninetales, don't really want it, but it's there. But it's mainly there to deal with Ice Beam from Starmie. So this is one of the main Pokemon we have to bring in on Starmie. So the Assault Vest there to be able to come and take a hit from Starmie, click Power Whip, grand. But it's not a switch in. So let me counter that. It's not a switch in. It's a Pokemon that can come in and take a hit, take it and hit really hard with Power Whip and go back at it again. Also there to kind of deal with Mega T-Tar with Ice Beam or Fire Blast Mega T-Tar. We can kind of come and click Quick Break and so on and so forth. So basically a big massive wall that can hit really, really hard. Or somewhat hard anyways. Power Whip is there for the sheer damage. Quick Break for the T-Tar. Hidden Power, as I said, and Rock Slide for the Volcarona. And actually this Spadef there is on the off chance we have to deal with Volcarona. But due to Volcarona and the Zapdos. So that's Tangrowth. Hopefully March can do a bit of work for us. After we got Be Advised, our Mega Beedrill with Poison Jab, U-Turn, Drill Runner, Knockoff. Very standard Beedrill set. Adamant Nature, 148 speed, 104 HP, 252 attack, Adamant Nature. It is that speed allows to outspeed his everything on his team unboosted. So that at least it's nice that we actually be able to run Adamant and smack things really, really hard with it. The rest then is put into max attack with the Adamant Nature and bulk on top of that with the odd number so we don't get hurt by rocks. Poison Jab, U-Turn, just our 2 stab moves, hits everything really, really hard. Exceptionally hard actually. I was shocked with some of the calcs. It is scary how hard this thing can hit. So if we can get a little bit of if we can wear a couple of mons down, particularly like Zapdos as it takes roughly 50%. So if we got rocks up and Zapdos is down, it's not a switch in. So we can, or even if we have rocks up and we click Poison Jab, the Zapdos is not a switch in. It can come in and take a hit, click Heat Wave, but it's not a switch in, so that's nice. We have Drill Run there for the not the Mega T-Tar, but the I think it's the not the Ferrothorn, Lycanroc Midday, to be able to kind of hit it hard, and then we have Knockoff then as well. I was thinking of running Fellstinger, but to be honest, I didn't want to be kind of playing anything too gimmicky. Blue is ferociously good, so didn't want anything too gimmicky with Beedrill because I do have gimmicks later on. So just run with the Beedrill, this normal set, just to come in, you turn about, put pressure on his team, simple as that, and give us momentum. After that, we have Victory the Victini, another Assault Vest user. I know, I shouldn't be doing it, but I am. I need it because I need a proper answer for Volcarona. So Volcarona, unless it's got Hidden Power Rock or Hidden Power Ground, doesn't deal with Victini too well. And with the Assault Vest, we can kind of come in and take a +1 Hidden Power Rock or Hidden Power Ground very, very easily. So that's not too bad. So I'm happy with that. Rocket out with U-Turn, Blue Flare, Glaciate, and V-Create. V-Create, with the investment we have in 2-1-2, smacks the... smacks the Volcarona and O-Close it. If it's not bulky Volcarona. So I'm happy enough with that. U-Turn then, so we can get a bit of momentum. Blue Flare, so we can smack the Ferrothorn if it's with the investment we have in the 44, despite the negative nature. O-Close the Ferrothorn, so nice to have that. And then Glaciate, so that Zygarde 50% doesn't feel like he can just step in front of me. Once he realizes I'm physical, I can just click Glaciate and we can, hit that for like 40-45% minimum. So it can stop subs. That's the main thing. So I'm very, very happy with that. So that's kind of our Victini, just there to kind of be able to hit on both sides and try. And I was wanting this to be a bit more offensive, but it's a bit more of an offensive utility. If you kind of catch my drift, like I want to be a bit more of a wall breaker or a sweeper, but offensive utility it is this week, Victini. After we have Tusk the Mamoswine. Now I have 2 Step Rockers here, so I am going to remove this because I actually want the Icicle Crash on you. But we have Mamoswine here with the Bluck. I think it's pronounced Bluckberry, with a natural gift, Earthquake, Ice Shard, and Icicle Crash. Originally this was going to be my rocker, but I wanted Icicle Crash because I needed something for Zapdos, so this is my answer for Zapdos. We have Ice Shard, so we can smack the Zygarde, no problem at all if it gets some boosts up with the G-Dance, so no need to be afraid of that. You can tell I've got answers for the Zygarde. Earthquake then, because for pure proper stab, be able to smack that T-Tard nice and hard, and anything else along the way for a little bit uncertain. And then we have Natural Gift. So in my mind, in my eyes mind, I see that whenever Mamoswine's in, Ferrothorn is going to be the answer, because Ferrothorn eats any kind of hit off Mamoswine very neutrally, and if it's a physically defensive set, then you can kind of come in and pretty much scare me out with a Gyro Ball, because we're not going to do very much to it. But not with Natural Gift. So Natural Gift is an item whose power and type depends on the user's berry. Now, the Bluckberry gives us a base 90 fire type attack. Now, the berry that gives me a base 100 attack, a base 100 power fire type attack is not available in Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon. So I have to go with the slightly less powerful Bluckberry. But this thing, if we go for Earthquake and Ferrothorn comes in, we click Natural Gift and the Ferrothorn is gone. So if Ferrothorn is his answer to my Mamoswine, it's not going to have a fun time. And the great thing about Natural Gift is that it does not make contact. So it does not make contact with Ferrothorn, so we're not going to get Iron Barbs damage or anything like that. So happy days with that one. The lie that this thing could potentially do work. This is kind of my gimmicky kind of thing. So hopefully Mamoswine can do a bit of work there, and we should be fine. I'm going to wrap this up very quickly now. My last 2 Pokemon were very hard to figure out, but I decided to go with this after all. We're going to rock out with this bulky offensive Druddigon with Life Orb, Sheer Force, with Stealth Rock, Rock Slide, Fire Punch, and Iron Head. I really wanted a Dragon type move, but I just didn't feel like it was needed on this team. So I felt like the Rock Slide was going to be a good answer for Zapdos. If all else fails, with everything else in my team, Cliff can come in on Zapdos and do a bit of work. We can go with the Rock Slide, and the Sheer Force and Life Orb combo will do a lot of damage to it. Fire Punch then for the Ferrothorn, even though I don't want to deal with Ferrothorn and get the Iron Bars damage. I thought we needed an answer for Ferrothorn, because at the time when I was mixing around with the Sucker Punch on Druddigon, Ferrothorn was going to wall me. And then I have Iron Head for, like I said, the Mega T-Tar, the Alola Ninetales, that kind of, the Lycanroc, that kind of stuff. And so that was kind of the Druddigon set there. Life Orb, Sheer Force, powerful. So I said, why not? And with 120 base attack, this thing's going to hit hard. So I'm looking forward to seeing how much damage it can do. Last place we have Suction R Electros. This thing was a little bit of a bit more of a funner set for me to try and figure out. I was originally going to go Coil with the Spadef kind of investment, but for me Coil wasn't going to work. We just don't have the priority to kind of run Coil. Eventually someone's going to pick us off, because we have to run like a rest set for Coil, and I wasn't a big fan of that. I wanted Volt Switch. And having to run a Volt Switch on a Coil set isn't going to really work out at all. So, excuse me, I figured that what we'll do is we'll change up a little bit. I needed something to do with Starmie, because we don't really have an answer to come in on the Starmie, because Starmie could have Hydro Pump, Ice Beam, Psyshock, and my whole team does not deal with that. So Electros is the answer to Starmie, with Volt Switch, Thunder Punch, Crunch, and Toxic. Volt Switch, as I said, just gives us momentum. Thunder Punch because it is going to hit things hard. So very, very happy with that. crunch so that we can take on the Configurus. Configurus is a big problem on my team. If he brings Configurus, it's going to be a hard day in the office for us. Don't have too much I can kind of deal with it, and I wouldn't be surprised if he brought it because I have 2 psychic types, but we'll see how it goes. I'm hopeful that Beedrill and Victini can actually smack it very hard and wear it down. And the last race we have Toxic, so if we actually have to come in and configure us, we can click Toxic and, you know, wear stuff out on his side of the field. So that was the kind of plan there. No hazard removal. I didn't feel comfortable bringing Togetic this week, and I didn't feel comfortable bringing Jelly Baby because he's got Starmie to deal with Jelly Baby every day of the week, and he's got a lot of stuff that just scares it out. And it's Jelly Baby for me was too passive. Same with Togetic. So hopefully, by us setting the rocks up early, that's the kind of plan. We're just bringing in Jodigan, set up rocks early, and force him to have to either defog, or if he has a Starmie, at least we get a free turn with the rapid spin. But we just have to play it very carefully. But I'm going to wrap it up here today. I've actually spent so much of your guys' time today just on a team building episode, so I apologize. But this is a squad. Hopefully it'll work out. And it's scary. Scary. It's when we're up against an undefeated team, it's always going to be scary, and I really want to bounce back from last week. But yeah, I am going to wrap it up there today. If you guys enjoyed today's video, please click like button down below for me. If you guys got any comments on today's video, whether it be good, bad, or different, let me know in the comment section down below, including your thoughts on the team, the roster we have for the remaining of the MPL season, and all that kind of good stuff. And last but if you want to see more Wexford Wailords action coming away on this channel, or more content in general, please smash that subscribe button down below for me and click that bell icon. On that note, I'm going to be out of here. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.